This is Natalie Holloway and her husband Maximilian Kislevitz. They both own the Bala Bangles company. The product is a modern, fashionable alternative to traditional wrist and ankle weights. Just a reminder, this episode aired before the COVID-19 pandemic. Why am I telling you this? You'll see. This is actually very important, and it becomes a massive factor later on. The two owners are currently doing a pitch on Shark Tank, and they are seeking $400,000 for 10% equity in their company. They begin presenting their product to the sharks, and they discuss why the product may be useful for potential buyers, and the two list some pretty logical reasons on why the sharks should invest in this product, why they might need it, and why it can be useful for potential buyers. They bring in a group of athletes to spice things up, adding a comedic value to their presentation. They actually show the buyers using their product, which quickly raises eyebrows. So far, they've maintained the quality of their presentation, which is all part of the plan, to once again raise eyebrows and try to get the sharks to invest in this product, which will definitely come in handy later on, and you'll see why. The pitchers explain to the sharks how to use Bala Bangles, and the sharks try it on for themselves. And then they crack some jokes. The sharks then give their overall input on the product and start asking questions. What their sales are, how their product has progressed so far, past experience with previous buyers, and the overall history of the product. The pitchers explain their net worth, their margins, and their retail. They get into why they're pitching and explain that they're not proactively selling and are just trying to track their orders. They trust the sharks and have good faith that they'll help with their inventory issue. The sharks ask the pitchers on how investing would impact the sharks, and the sharks answer this really well, emphasizing that they'll help bring in a lot of money to the product and that their endorsement would be very helpful to their product. The first shark, Kevin O'Leary, offers $400,000 of debt for 3 years, 7% interest, and 5% stake. The pitchers seem satisfied with this deal, but first, we need to hear what other sharks offer. Then, a counteroffer was made, $900,000 for a 30% stake, a $3 million valuation. The sharks begin a short conflict, and Lori Greiner makes her own offer, $500,000 for 18%. Mark Cuban then explains that he is satisfied with the counteroffer, likely because he doesn't want to risk any other offers completely ruining the current deal. Natalie and Maximilian both make a decision based on what Mark says, and then they accept Mark's offer.
You've got a deal. Done.
Yes! Snake! Snake! All of you guys.
All of the sharks were happy about this, except for Lori. And after this investment, the Bala Bangles has only progressed for the better ever since. The sales in this product began skyrocketing due to increased demand for home workouts, resulting in a massive revenue increase for the company. This exposure helped expand their distribution to major retailers like Target and grow their product line beyond the original bangles.